I'm so high, so high. They told me to sit back, don't make a sound, don't go to the unknown. But I'm too curious for that. Might be a little crazy, I don't mind. I like the way it feels. No need to set off the alarm. No, so I won't stick with it, running in a wheel, no. So I'll be taking off, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so high, so high. I'm erase the aeroplanes up in the sky. I'm so high, so high. I'm a dreaming, fall asleep on clouds tonight. Yeah. You see, my home is where my heart is, so I reach for higher ground. I'm living out of a suitcase. I'm getting close, now I can taste it. Flavors bitter, still so sweet.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, God, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about their feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco light. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona. Enjoying a hot cup of coffee this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. That's hot. Let's see who we have this morning. Hope your Monday's going well so far. We always start our Monday off with Ava Potterfield and friends. Let's see who we have. All right, Van Girl Cheryl is here. Welcome, welcome. I went back to try to find your live stream you did yesterday, and I couldn't find it, Cheryl, because I missed it while you were doing it. I'll have to look again. Gracie and Jock's Adventures, first member in the house, will be listening while multitasking, and I'm sure she's keeping a close eye on Jock. Carol Waters is here. Did you guys enjoy that little short at the beginning with the saguaro cactus? That's what they look like after they bloom and put fruit on. So we're hoping to have some baby saguaro cactus springing up around the place. We'll see. Scrolling. There she is right there, Ava Potterfield and Friends. I was just watching her other channel. She runs another channel with video on it around the area, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. She just changed the channel name, but I had that running for about 45 minutes while I was prepping for the show. Yep, that was my baby. Did you guys see that little shot of him in the beginning there? Let me see where that little monster is at. Lucas. Here he comes. He's banging through the house. There he is. He just arrived. There he is. There is Mr. Lucas. Yeah? Are you taking a break this morning? Huh? You taking your break? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've been out playing already this morning. Now, he has learned that when he gets hot or starts getting tired, we play the fetch with him with the chucker stick. And when he gets tired or gets hot, he just runs to the garage, with his ball and drops his ball in the garage and waits for us to let him back in the house. So he's a smart boy. All right. Thank you. That's Lucas. There's Linda Barker. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Cheetah Will View is here. There's Patrick. Always interesting to watch his interviews. And he's got a lot of them. I put the notification on so I can catch them. There's Ray Crum, another channel member in the house. Good morning. Good morning. There's Lily T. Good morning. Good morning. There's Patrick saying hello. We got She Devil Adventures in the house, working and lurking. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody's saying hello. We got another channel member in the house, Roy and Becky's Travels. Roy was up early this morning. He made it to Ava's live, so it was good to see him in the chat. And another channel member. Here comes Lee popping in. Howdy, howdy. Scrolling. Whoa, we got Mike here today. Good morning, everyone from Missouri now. Yep, traveling Mike is out traveling for sure. He was up in Colorado there. Missouri is kind of hot and sticky, isn't it? Although I think Ava said she was in the 60s this morning. There's Talca Detector. Hello, hello. Coming to us from Chile. Awesome. Scrolling some more. All right, it was a short live, Stephen. I had to delete it. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. Why did you have to delete it? Huh. Because I saw the thumbnail and I said, oh, I missed a live. I'll have to go back and look for it. And I looked for it and it was gone. It was gone, Cheryl. Yeah, he's smarter than us. He's got us trained pretty well, Lucas does. He amazes us almost every day. And he's trained us pretty well. Yeah, he's a handsome boy. He's starting to get a little gray under his chin, and I think he's around 4 or 5 now. We don't know exactly. We've had him a couple years, and they guessed he was a year and a half or so when we got him. He is our Humane Society rescue, and we talk quite often. We don't really know if we rescued him or he rescued us, but he has been the best the best lab, the best dog. I mean, they're all unique, right? All your pets are unique, but he has really been special for us. You're welcome. You're welcome. And Patrick, if you want to drop a link, go copy a link for your next one coming up. Feel free to do that. Just drop it in the chat and we'll get some folks over there. Scrolling. Linda saying hello. Tommy saying hello. There's John. Welcome. He did a live stream here recently. I got a chance to pop in for a little while. And he's also a channel member. Thank you. There's Lily. Oh, Pippi's getting a shower. And I also heard it's Pippi's birthday coming up, Lily. I heard that in this morning's chat. So I think we should celebrate Pippi's birthday. And you know who else? Roy from Roy and Becky's Travels had a birthday on Saturday. So happy birthday to Pippi, Roy, and anyone else who has a birthday in August. All right. All the August tomorrow. That's great. Happy birthday, Pippi. So we got a report from Roy. Had to run the generator for an hour. Oh, wow. The smoke is pretty thick up there. It is not too bad down here, Roy. We have not noticed any smoke down here. If you guys hadn't heard, there's a huge fire up there at the Grand Canyon. It's burnt up some of the old historic buildings there on the North Rim. And what did you say, Roy? It was over 100,000 acres now? It was a privacy thing with a guest that popped in and didn't know I was live. Oh, okay. Trolls were everywhere. Lily kicked their butts. Yeah, Lily's good. She is a good moderator. She's an excellent moderator. Well, that's too bad. Too bad. You're welcome. And Roy and Becky do a live stream every Friday morning, so be sure to stop by and check them out. Okay, there's the link. Interviewing the fine film director Thor Moreno tomorrow. All right. And be sure to check this out, folks. It's varying times as far as the length of the interview. Kind of depends on how the interview develops. So Patrick has specific questions. A lot of these people that he interviews are filmmakers in the independent film industry. So, you go to a film, at the local theater, those are high dollar, high budget. And there's a lot of people out there that are making a living doing independent films, because with all the software that you have now, it's pretty easy to do. He does a lot of interviews with horror film makers, scary films that are made. There's Casey. Welcome. Sleepy morning to you too. 123,000 acres. That's the wildfire up in the Grand Canyon that's smoking everybody out up there. And I'm curious if the wildfires up in Canada are still going. I know that people up in the Michigan area we're getting a lot of that smoke along the northern coast there. Okay, there are still Canadian wildfires up there. You can smell the smoke. We also have the Kern fire about an hour from us that's burned 950 acres. Boy, we could use some more some more rain for sure. Now we had about an inch and a quarter rain. I think it's been 3 weeks ago now. And typically, what happens with our monsoon flow is we get rain like every other week. Well, we didn't get our rain last week. Week before, we got the inch and a quarter, and our water well, has recovered really well, and so we're pumping good water now. We have plenty of water. We were sucking air before the inch and a quarter rain, so it's nice to have that recharge water in the well now. So we're pretty good, but we could use another 2 or 3 inches before August is over. And Oki was saying that her guy that she watches, her weather guy, is saying that we're going to have more rain towards the middle of August. So we'll hope for that. Yeah, it is amazing. It is amazing. All right, so we got tired. We got tired of the heat. I mean, we've been in heat warnings here most of the last month, and so we went up to Mount Lemon. And if you guys have ever heard of Mount Lemon, it's actually in the northern part of Tucson. It's Catalina Mountains, 9,000 feet elevation, and there's actually a village up there called Summerhaven. And growing up in Tucson, we went up there all the time in the summer to cool off, in the winter to sled in the snow when we were kids. So Oki had a birthday last month, and so every year we go up there with our local grandkids and go up there and have a picnic. And so we had a little picnic. Let me see if I got a picture to show you. We had a picnic in a special spot, and enjoyed ourselves. This is the local crew here. That's myself, and that's Allie and her mom, Sheena. And then Dylan is at the end. He just graduated high school. He's 18 years old. There's Grandma right there. There's Oki right there. Look at that smile. I just love that. And there's Caitlin. And then, of course, Lucas. Lucas has got his backpack on, so he's carrying his own snacks around. So every once in a while, we take a break and we have a little snack. So that's my local crew here. So I took a table up there. This is actually the Mount Lemon generating station. And because I'm retired from the electric co-op, we usually pop in there to set up our table and chairs and have some lunch. So this was a picture afterwards. And let's see, I've got another one here. This is a time lapse of us eating our lunch. About a 20-second time lapse. And then we did a little hiking around there. There's a road there. We hiked around there, and it's up there overlooking to the north some really nice mountain ranges. Of course, a lot of it was burnt up during the Aspen fire back in 2000, so it's been 25 years. But in fact, if you look at the hills behind us, a lot of those were burnt. The trees were burnt right there. The fire went right through this area here, burned the Mount Lemon cabin, and of course all the trees there. And there's still a lot of snags standing up there. So anyway, that was our lunch. We had a nice time. It was, well over 100 degrees down here in the valley, and up there, when we were driving up, it was in the high 70s, got up to about 80. The only problem with going up there is you have to come back. All right, where was I? Where was I? Okay. So we had a nice time. Nice time. I have a video to show you of my drone. I took my drone up there, and it's interesting when you go up in elevation, the controller knows where you're at because it uses GPS. Okay, I already saw that. Okay, there's Patrick's link. And you guys can click on that and it'll give you a notification when he starts. So I put the drone up and the drone, yeah, I know, right, Lee? Sitting around all that smoke would make me not sit around a campfire for a long time. And a lot of areas in northern Arizona have been, um, campfires have been banned, but I'm not sure if the national forest has resumed letting you have campfires, but they were banned there for a long time. Anyway, let me show you a video of a flight I made. So this is over Summerhaven. So I talked about before it's a village of Summerhaven. They have around 70 full-time residents. This majority of this village burned during the Aspen fire in 2000. A few cabins were spared, but I think we lost about 300 structures up there. And a lot of them are summer residents, that just pop in there for the summer. But here's some drone video of Summerhaven.
Left the desert heat, found a mountain so grand, with the sun on my face and the drone in my hand. At 9,000 feet, where the cool breezes flow, pine trees stand tall in a beautiful row. Oh, I'm flying high above, where the air feels so free, dancing with the clouds, just my drone and me, in the cool mountain breeze. Let the worries unwind, with the world far below, leaving all stress behind. Over valleys and ridges, where the wild spirits roam, nature's my playground, the sky is my home. The whisper of the pines, the rustle of the leaves, in the heart of these mountains, my soul truly breathes. Oh, I'm flying high above, where the air feels so free, dancing with the clouds, just my drone and me, in the cool mountain breeze. Let the worries unwind, with the world far below, leaving all stress behind.
So that's Summerhaven up there on Mount Lemmon, north of Tucson, inside the Catalina Mountains. It's a really nice place. You see, it was very busy. And the reason it was busy is that was the last weekend before school starts. So we went up there on Saturday and it was a madhouse. Luckily, we got up there early enough to where we got a parking spot and then we were able to walk around and do our shopping. And then we went to the normal place we go for our picnic, but all the picnic areas were full. All the parking spots in the village there were all full. it was a very busy day, but we had fun. It was nice and cool, and we had a good time. Hey, there's Patty. Welcome, welcome. Another channel member in the house. Hope you're doing well. Get the haze from the cloud seeding up there. All right, Patty says she can't tag, so that's okay. Good to have you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Linda. That's my local crew there. Got grandkids scattered all over the country, but that crew there stays here and goes to school here. So that grandson there, Dylan, turned 18 the end of May, and he's going to be starting his first job here pretty soon. So we're going to help him out and let him drive the Cherokee. I have a white Jeep Cherokee. For those that have been to the Ironwood meetup, you know which one it is. And it's in a lot of my videos that I take out here in the monument. So I called State Farm and I'm going to have him put on the policy so that he can drive the Cherokee, and that will get him started working. So he's going to be working for the local school district, kind of a monitor, after school monitor out in the playground area where all the kids are. They have a good program where to ensure the safety of the kids, that they're not hurting each other. There's no one coming in that shouldn't be there. They have monitors out there. And since Dylan went to school 12 years in the Marana School District, everybody knows him. They know his mom, and so they are going to hire him as a monitor. It's a part-time job in the afternoon. So we're going to provide a vehicle for him to drive to get him started. And then he's going to pay his own insurance. I think State Farm quoted $77 a month for the existing insurance and then adding him on top of it. So I think it's about $50 more per month to put him on as a driver. And, you know, I thought that was appropriate to do just in case. You never know when you're going to need that insurance. I just have basic liability insurance on there because it's a 1998, it's a pretty old vehicle, but it runs good. And he's not going to get much trouble with it because it's not a speed demon. So I think it's going to work out just fine for him. Hey, Nomadic Horizon Adventures is here. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Notice Lucas never left the table. That's right. That's right. And I did a short while I was up there. We were eating some good stuff. Let's see here. Did a couple of shorts up there. We're up here in the national. Here we go. Here's one right here I did. We're up here in the National Forest north of Tucson, enjoying a nice cool day and a few sprinkles. It's beautiful up here. There was a forest fire many years ago. Took a lot of these trees, but it's coming back. There's another one here I did of him eating a snack here. So I had a little bowl of rice, and he stands there or sits there and wants a little bite. So I gave him one of these. Oh, wait, I didn't have sound. Let me start the sound. There we go. Okay, wait. I posted this on the channel too. Look at his eyes. Each of his eyes are individually operated and controlled. Okay. They're pretty funny. Watch his eyebrows. Wait. That's so funny. Okay. He's a good boy. He is funny. Makes us laugh all the time. That's how you eat lunch in the military. Yeah. Yeah. We had a good day. Good day. It was, and taking Lucas up there, you have to, we have to manage him and watch him. He doesn't do well around other dogs. He's much better with people. He doesn't bark at everybody anymore, but we have to watch him with dogs. And of course, we don't walk him around the stores and stuff like some people do. So, I hung out with him and went for a walk up Turkey Run Road while the girls were shopping, and Dylan was out shopping, and had a really nice time. So having him with us, we took him up in the truck, of course, and then brought him home. We didn't have him at home in the kennel, and so we didn't have to rush. We were able to take our time and just relax. So we were up there pretty much all day. Hey Siri, what's the weather here today?
The National Weather Service has issued an extreme heat warning. Should be sunny today.
Well, you didn't tell me what the temperature was. Hey Siri, what's the weather here today?
The National Weather Service has
There
issued
it
an
is.
extreme heat warning. Should be sunny today.
All right. It was 104. Now they updated it to 107. But you see, we're in the 70s at night. So when we get up in the morning, we go out early. We're up with the sun. We go out early. We play with Lucas. Just before I started the live stream, it was 98 degrees with 28% humidity. So we're hoping for rain, but you got to get up early in the desert during the heat and get your stuff done. And then you come in when it gets hot, watch YouTube. Hit the like, everyone. Thanks, Cheryl. Thanks. Appreciate it. Ooh, in the 70s there. Very nice. Very nice. We're under a burn ban too, I'll bet. Except you got a fire up there in the just north of you, right? Where all the garbage in the garbage dump. I'll bet that smells good. Yeah. Yeah, it's very sad. And that back in 2000, we had hundreds of thousands of acres burned. And I don't know what you guys think, but there is a way to manage the forest, and especially around areas like Summerhaven. You know, back when I was working, we had a electrical substation, and we wanted to trim the trees around it that were hanging into the substation close to the electrical equipment. And we had a Forest Service person come up and say, okay, you can cut those 6 branches on that tree, but don't cut any more. So they were very strict with the trimming that we could do. And they let the forest just be natural. And they didn't clear any brush, they didn't clear any underbrush or dead trees or anything. So when those wildfires roar through, like they used to do 50 or 100 years ago, they're suppressing that now. But because they don't allow wildfires, to naturally occur, because you want to put them out to save people and structures and all that, the forest gets more dense, you get more undergrowth, and then when the wildfires do start, like they did back in 2000, they just roar through Summerhaven, and they took out most people's cabins, and it was just a terrible, terrible experience. took out all our power lines. We had, about $40 million worth of damage up there. It was just terrible. Ray, if you're talking about Summerhaven, it's north of Tucson. So uh, if you look at Tucson, you'll see the mountains to the north, and that's where Summerhaven is. It's about a 2 hour drive from Ironwood here. You were in Ironwood, Ray. It's about an hour and 45 to 2 hour drive to get up to the top. Step Van Dan is here. Good morning. Good morning. Hello from Minnesota. Saying hi to everybody. Oh, you hanging out with Johnny for a while. Awesome. Awesome. And Johnny's Journey is a van builder there in Missouri. Um, one of the best van builders out there. In fact, the only one I would trust with my van. And she does a live stream on Tuesday evenings. So be sure to check her out. And Patty is one of her friends. Nurse TLC is here. Good morning. Good morning. That's Tanya. Welcome. Welcome. Dan the man, how's your step van coming, Dan? Everybody's asking. Hope to head up and put the new cap rotor and wires on this week and drive the old lily pad home. Nice, nice. Lily pad. Johnny's working today. I help when I can. Awesome. And that's interesting how Johnny does van builds. She did Gracie and Jock's Adventures, and I did a video on that, tour on that. And the way that Johnny does her van builds, she gets to know the people, what their requirements are, kind of, and what she did with Gracie, which was really cool, is Gracie collects sunglasses. And Gracie has a nice collection of sunglasses. So in the van that Johnny built for Gracie, and this is the interior, right? She actually put a sunglass in the wall, a place where Gracie could store and carry all her different sunglasses. So it was pretty cool. And of course, bed and chairs and cabinets and all that sort of thing. So, and then if you take your van up there, you could actually help her as she's building it and putting it together. So just one of the greatest people, knowledge-wise out there, and she's a great person as well. Yeah, right on, Dan. Yeah, Lucas is a ham, all right. Lucas in the movies. I'll tell you what, I can spend hours doing a drive video out in the monument, and I can edit everything and put my music on, and I'll get 40 views. I put a short of Lucas up, and I get a couple thousand. Of course, you don't get the watch time, but who cares? That's right, yeah. So, Derek's got a new dog named Hank that they're training, and yeah, they look very similar. I noticed that, Tanya. And those labs are they're just so intelligent. 74 Chevy. Very cool. I think Gina has a Chevy van. I'm not sure what year it is, but I think it's a 70 something. Yeah, and you're right, Patrick. Labs are generally very social. He is protective, but he was found by the Humane Society on the east side of Tucson running the street. So we're guessing that, and he wasn't fixed either. We're guessing that he was out there, scruffing with other dogs for food. When they found him, he was full of ticks, and somebody had sprayed him with um, something to repel him, I guess. I don't know if it was tear gas or what it was. I can't remember now, but he was a mess when they found him. Must be nice, 87. Yeah, I forgot about the dump fire. That's probably causing some smoke too. Silly minds think alike. Ads are really walking all over you today. All right. Yeah, they changed the settings on there. But for every live stream with ads on it, I get about 2 cents. So I hope you guys can put up with it so I can make that 2 cents. That'd be cool if you made it down here to Arizona, Dan. There she is. I've been waiting. There's Tracy saying hello, hello. Kermit in my van is lily pad. Very cool. Yeah. Vanis, you can. Welcome, welcome. Hi, all new here. Nice to meet y'all. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Had a lab as a kid, very loyal, loving, and smart. Can't wait to meet Lucas. Yep, you'll like him. And once he takes a liking to you, you're not getting rid of him. So if you sit on the couch, on Lucas's couch, because he owns the couch, he will lay down beside you and you'll have to rub him and pet him until he gets up. Okay, that's nice. Learn all the basics in 1 week. Just needs more work on leash with the wheelchair. Yep. And that's definitely workable. We had a chocolate lab um, and named Duke, and I trained him to pull me on the bicycle on my 18-speed bicycle when he was a puppy. Very high energy, as most pups are, and so I would have him pull me out there towards Ragged Top on the bicycle, and then we would go up to Lookout Hill, and I would give him some water. We'd take a break, and then we would trot back. But yeah, I got him to pull me. I had one of those extendable leashes, and he pulled me up and pulled me back, and he learned to stay out of the way. He would just pull straight, and they're definitely trainable that way. Patty says, quite a bit of van problems on my trip home this time. Stuck in Williams? Oh, yeah, yeah. And it's very important when you're in the heat, especially in Arizona, that you have extra water with you. There was a young lady who's 22 years old that got lost out here in the monument, and she didn't make it home because she didn't have water, and she got lost at night, and she was found the next day, and she had passed away because she was in the heat with no water. So it's very important to carry extra water, even if it's hot. I always tuck extra water bottles in the doors of every vehicle that I drive out here, especially if we're going out into the monument. We'll give people water if they don't have any. But yeah, it's a little scary to break down. Okay, Lee, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it very much. Uh-oh, sick cat. Tracy has a sick cat. Cats are always irping. We had cats too. I don't know if Lucas would put up with a cat. Yeah, Hank claimed our couch too, right? Yeah, we have I think it's like a 6 foot or 8 foot long couch, and that's Lucas's couch. It's very old. It was a Costco leather couch that we bought many years ago. It's the leather's getting thin in one spot, and we've talked about replacing it, but that's Lucas's couch, and so long as it still works, I guess we'll just hang on to it. Oh yeah, Moose and Lulu own the RV, right? All right, Dan's heading to town. Good to have you, Dan, and you have a great day and drive safe. Ivan K is here. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Oh, I forgot. I need to run my thank you video for all the channel members. If I can find it here, let me find it. Channel members video. Somewhere in here. There it is. I'll be right back.
To all my members out there, you lift me up so high. The support you give me makes me touch the sky. In every lonely moment, when shadows start to fall, your love shines like a beacon. I hear your heartfelt call. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. In the desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles. Thank you, dear members, for standing by my side. With your strength and courage, we take this wild ride. From morning's glow to starry night, you're the reason I shine, my forever guiding light. Desert where it's dry, where the cacti proudly stand, you're my loyal companions, my devoted band. Through rocky trails and valleys, we gather every mile. Hand in hand we wander with your endless smiles.
All right, thank you, channel members. In fact, I got a new member just popped in. Rich E is a new member of the channel, so welcome, Rich E. Appreciate it very much. Fangirl Cheryl says, Maxie kept Dee up all night to tell her about a mouse in the house. Wow. Yeah, we had our chocolate lab. If we had a pack rat around the house or in the garage, I mean, he would tear up anything to get to that pack rat. In fact, we bought a small toy hauler years ago, and when we brought it home, there was a pack rat that got up on top of the tanks, the gray tank or the black tank, and Duke got underneath there and ripped all the wiring out trying to get to this pack rat. Of course, that was a big repair. I was able to repair it myself, but he was relentless when it comes to finding those rats. Crossover Paranormal Society is here. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, they do. They're always coughing up fur balls and all of that. But yeah, we love cats. You made it. Awesome, Bernae. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Oh, okay. Had problems again in Arkansas with extreme heat. Had to get a hotel. Wow. Well, hopefully you get it all fixed up. And that's the thing. You never know when something's going to go bad. So the good thing is, having a van or an RV or a trailer, if you do break down, at least you have that, to hide out in. But it's tough to get away from the heat when you're broke down for sure. Ivan K saying hello. Scrolling. Moose is a good mouser too, huh? Yeah. Lulu looks at them like they're not worth her time. Now, when we had Duke, we also had Maggie. Maggie was a Cairn Terrier. And if you know Cairn Terriers, they're mousers. Um, and so they used to tag team out in the yard, and Maggie would go out there and and the ground squirrels and that were all over the yard. She would start digging a hole. She's going after that ground squirrel, and then she would back away, and then Duke would go in there, and he would continue digging it until it was like 2 feet deep. And I'll tell you, our yard looked like the moon um, because I was constantly filling in holes, and they were constantly digging them. But it was pretty funny to watch them. Ah, Saskatchewan Day. Saskatchewan Day. Awesome. Yeah, that's right. In fact, Nate was in the chat with Ava's live stream this morning. So it's nice to see him. There's CR View, another channel member in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Here comes Lucas again. Part 2. Here's Lucas saying hello. You doing all right, buddy? Huh? Are you napping out there? Yeah. Okay. Well, it sure is nice to have this new floor in here. There's no more carpet. You just come in with a vacuum and vacuum it, and easier to control the dog hair that way. Oh, Patrick's 6 mouse kills. That's what they're good for. We actually had a cat living in the area here that Oki used to feed. She would put out food for him, and I don't know if it was a male or female. I think it was a male, but he was a pretty good mouser. Ooh, 6 new kittens. Tracy's got kittens for anybody that wants them. Yeah, they definitely develop a skill for that. Did I miss Tim? Oh yeah, Tim, CR View Tim is here. Yeah. And we had 2 cats, and one was a Blue Point Siamese, and he used to go out and catch rabbits too. He was a big guy. That's right. I heard another celebrity passed away. Lonnie Anderson. Yeah. Boy, we've lost a lot. Lost a lot of celebrities this year, haven't we? Hulk Hogan passed away recently, and Ozzy Osbourne, if you guys know, Ozzy Osbourne passed away recently, and a bunch more. Let's see here. Who passed away this year? 2025. Brian Wilson passed away. Roberta Flack, Sly Stone passed away. Actors Val Kilmer, Gene Hackman, he was a great actor. Michelle Trachtenberg, I don't know her. David Lynch and WWE legend Hulk Hogan passed away. Remember, Ozzy Osbourne was the Black Sabbath guy. I went through high school listening to his music, and I had a 62 Corvair with an 8-track tape player that only played one channel, but I could still blast that one channel. That's back when I was young and poor, flipping hamburgers at Lucky Wishbone for $1.40 an hour. Yeah, Roberta Flack, that's right. She was an R&B singer. Well, Gene Hackman was 95 years old when he passed away at age 95. Wow. February 25th. Jeannie Seeley, singer and Grand Ole Opry icon, died August 1st at 85. Yeah, quite a few. We lost a lot. Chuck Mangione, jazz musician. I think I remember him from my childhood. Well, the older we get, the more people we lose, I guess. And that's the end result for all of us. So you got to make sure you're living each day to the fullest. Yeah, we played fetch. Yeah, we sure did. And he'll be ready to play again around 5 o'clock. We'll put him off until 6 or 7. We usually get him back out right at sundown to play some more. He is starting to slow down a little bit, but he still enjoys it. Yeah. Yep, so many, that's for sure. All right, we're up at 58 minutes, so I'm going to play a couple of outro videos. Thanks, everybody, for coming in today. And I'm going to play my outro video as soon as I can find it here. There it is. All right, everybody, have a great Monday and a great week, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Wake up to a brand new day. Smile at the sun's warm ray. Greet the world with open arms. Spread good vibes and charms. Kind words change the scene. Make life feel like a dream. Help someone who's in need. Plant a little kindness seed. Shine bright like a star, no matter where you are. Kindness takes you far. Light up the world. Together we can make it. Love's the way. Simple acts can heal. Make every moment real. Shine bright like a star, no matter where you are. Kindness takes you far. Light up the world. No need for heavy words. Be like chirping